There are two warnings in this video. The first warning is that one, don't date them. All right? Don't date avoidance. If you guys could avoid it, like the name says, don't date them because they're more trouble than anything else. And a lot of the times you don't know the person's character. Like really, people with bad character flaws can hide behind an avoidant personality, but also good people can also hide behind being an avoidant. So I would prefer not to date them. I would prefer you date people who are not avoidant. But unfortunately, avoidants tend to attract a lot of anxious attachment styles. The people that have the necessary empathy to be able to see through their cloud of defensiveness. Okay. And the next thing is that don't confuse avoidant men for narcissistic men because an avoidant man is just a man who is afraid to open up, afraid of intimacy. Narcissists are not afraid of intimacy. They can't have intimacy, but they're not afraid of it. The thing with them is that they'll use you, they'll manipulate you. So avoidance can sometimes avoid because they don't want to hurt you. Narcissistic people are a little different. So you guys have to be able to distinguish between the two, okay? Yeah, people, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. You don't have to say yes so hard, all right? Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go. See, I'm giving you guys the ability to interact with me. So the first thing, let's go down here, right? The first thing that avoidants feel attracted to the most is another avoidant partner, right? I mean, literally that. For the simple fact that they have everything they need. I mean, it's pretty simple. I was talking to a client today, and if you guys want to book a one-on-one phone call with Father Alex, you guys have been keeping me so busy, I may have to raise the prices. I'm not even kidding with you. I may have to raise the prices. Anyways, I was talking to a client, and she was telling me how she's dating an avoidant partner, and how it's perfect, you know. But she finds it weird because he doesn't have a problem with her distance. And she didn't understand that he was also avoiding because most of the people that she dates, they all have a problem with their distance. And she finds it suspicious that he's okay with it. Well, what I told her was like, most likely he might also be another avoidant. And most likely that actually might work for you guys because the only people who understand avoidance, the only people who kind of are okay with the amount of distance that avoidance people want are other avoidant. Like me, I make this video and I'm not proud of making this video, honestly, because I feel like I'm also an avoidant. It's kind of scary to be honest with you. First of all, it's funny how you guys knew this more than I did, but yeah, I am. And yeah, like I like my distance, man. Like I sometimes like you there, but I don't need you to talk to me all the time. Like I like that you're in my house, but I don't need to be in the same room with you. Avoidants are fine with the just the understanding that you're there. Get what I'm saying? Like it's just knowing that you're there, knowing that you're spending time, knowing that you're gonna be there tomorrow. It's what an avoidant needs. A contrast would be a anxious partner needs you. They need that validated. An avoidant doesn't need you to tell them that you love them. An avoidant doesn't need you. They just want you to do it through their actions. Like it's all, and this is actually, I'm like that, right? Like I kind of don't like to tell you that I like you, but I do show you with my actions, right? I'll do things for you. I'll show you that I feel for you. But my job is to be able to communicate that a little bit better because if you're an anxious attachment style, if that's you, well, then you're going to have a tough time with dating an avoidant. But the problem is that anxious attachment women are attracted to avoidant men. That's the problem, right? And usually for this to work, she may have to adapt some avoidant traits. And some of the traits that we're going to talk about in this video is actually a real thing. And this is the thing. This is why it's very important to find as soon as possible the person that you're dating with, their attachment style. It really is important because it'll put things into perspective. It'll make sense of what doesn't make sense. Like if you're dating an avoidant and you think he's a secure attachment style, you're gonna misinterpret their lack of verbal affirmations with the fact that I don't like you. And that actually happened to me. Like some, women date me, they'll think I'm a secure attached person, but I'm like, no, like, bitch, you don't watch my channel. And second of all, it's like, no, like I'm not the type to tell you how I feel. I like to do things. And that, in anxious attachment, they don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that we like too. we prefer action. We prefer action. We prefer you to and the beauty about it is that we prefer silent action, meaning we don't need think things don't need to be said, right? Things don't need to be explicitly said. You know, I don't need to tell you, like, if something bad happened to your family, your dog died, for example, I don't need you to tell me anything. You just have to be there. Just be there. And when an avoidant comforts you, he might not tell you anything. He'll just be there. But again, that's what incompatibility happens, that you might need more confirmation, right? The next thing is that they're attracted to anxious partners. Because an anxious partner, even though avoidants don't need that much affirmation, they also secretly yearn to be like an anxious person. They secretly would love um, to be able to be as expressive as they are. Like me, I kind of envy people who are able to spend all the time with their partners, because I'm not like that. You know, so you sort of are attracted to them because you wish you had those traits. You know, sometimes people are attracted to the things that they lack. If you're someone that's really passive, you might be more likely to date someone who might be an abuser. And usually one of the ways to change your attachment styles is to literally become the parts that you want your other partners to be. Meaning, if you lack if you lack assertiveness, all you have to do, I mean, if you lack assertiveness, you're going to be attracted to men who are way too assertive, like the type of assertiveness that makes up for your own. In order to stop being attracted to those men, you have to be the assertive person you want them to be. And literally, because your attraction to them is because you lack it. I mean, literally, you lack it. So you will be attracted to those who have it. So to break that is to literally become what you want them to be. Become more whole. Don't depend on this person to become the thing, to fulfill that in you. Fulfill it in you, and then all of a sudden you'll be attracted to the people who you're supposed to be attracted, not because you lack something that they have, right? Now, the next one. We're gonna go to a quick little commercial break. I'm gonna go to a quick little commercial break so that I don't close the channel, because I was asked, Father Alex, what's the most important courses I should get? And I keep telling people, but for some reason I never offered it in a bundle, which is one, the psychological game of attraction, which is a course for women who are single. Two, natural chemistry, which is a course for women who are in a relationship. And three, the feminine woman. I decided to bundle them up into what I like to call the fundamentals. And this is all you're ever going to need. I swear to God, like when it comes to relationships and making money, being creative, finding your purpose, and not being taken advantage of, this is the bundle for you. For example, in the psychological game of attraction, we talk about how to go from single to a relationship. Now, there is some dark manipulation strategies in this course. The next one is natural chemistry, which is for women who are in relationships, and this one doesn't have as much as manipulation strategies. And so this one is for women who are in relationships and feel like they never had the upper hand in a relationship. And the last one is the feminine woman, which is a course that I created for women who want to embrace their masculine while not losing the feminine. It's pretty much how to integrate your masculine and the feminine. And that truly is a powerful thing. So because of that, I created this course to balance everything. You can purchase all of them without the bonuses for $250, which is originally $300, or you could purchase all of them with the bonuses, which is, I believe, originally $500, and it'll come down to $300, which is $299 in marketing terms. This also comes with a lifetime access and a 30-day money back guarantee. Okay. And if you purchase this bundle, you guys will be able to get a 5-minute phone call with me as well. So if you purchase it, I'm going to be emailing you and I'm going to be asking for your number, and I'll be calling you and say, hey, you purchased that? Good shit. What question do you have? Okay. So, and not only comes with the courses, it comes with me, people. Yeah, that's right. It comes with Father Alex. Oh my God. Escort. Shut up. I'm not an escort. Let's continue with the video, man. Click on the description down below. Oh, I'm closing. Okay, we're back. So remember, they're attracted to other avoidant partners. That really helps. Um, look, look, man. I kind of, part of me is ashamed that I'm like this. To be honest with you, I really am. I wish I wasn't like that. But I imagine there's a lot of them are ashamed of being that way. You know. But the next one is we're attracted to competition And, oh Lord, another quiz and loss. There you go. Nothing will bring out the emotions of an avoidant man than competition and the potential of losing something. This is why, if you're, I dated a girl who was I think she was an anxious attachment, and to this day she was my favorite person that I've ever dated. You know, she was, and yeah, and usually that's what brought it out in me. To be honest with you, that's what brought it out in me. The fact that she didn't like the fact that I was so distant. You know, and I didn't understand it. I didn't understand that was a problem. To be honest with you. Because I was just, you know, I was used to being by myself. But she told me, she was like, Alexis, like, we got to talk. And she would have a lot of talks with me because, like, she was like, what the fuck is going on with you, bro? And I remember those talks always gave me the fear of loss. And it really did, like, made me realize that I really did appreciate her. And also competition, the fear of losing someone, knowing that other people want you, literally sparks up a guy who is an avoidant, you know. Another thing actually is actually a real thing I didn't include in this. Consequences, making them pay for their bullshit, making them pay a price, making them lick their ass, making them lick your ass, right? Fucking, that's not a metaphor, people. If somebody fucks up, an avoidant will respect the woman who has consequences. A narcissistic man will not like the fact that you're calling them out. And a true avoidant that doesn't have narcissism will find that attractive. They'll be like, oh shit, a girl that put me in my place. I like this. I like this girl. I like her, right? And that's actually a real thing. Too many people, like, they walk on eggshells with avoidant men. You know, like, they walk on eggshells. Oh my God, he's fine. He's a tall guy. Yeah. They walk on eggshells, and that's because avoidant men have like an intimidating aura to them, you know. And you can't be walking around on eggshells with them. You gotta be able to call that. You gotta be able to call that motherfucker out, right? You gotta be able to call them out. The next one is predetermined space. Predetermined space, and this is where, like, for example, the last girl that I dated, she will only visit like twice a week, three times a week, and the reason why is this, you know, with avoidant, you gotta give them more space than you think. Like, one of the things about them is that they don't express their emotions too well. So they may be bothered by you, but they may not say it, you know? So it's always better to always have them in a state of complaining, you know, like where they sort of are always wanting to see you more, right? You want to play it on that. You want to play it safe in that way, you know, because if you don't want to get to the point where they're consciously aware that they want your ass to go home. You never want to get to that point. I hear you. Why so much work? Why do we gotta do so work? Well, I did tell you not to date them. Well, I don't know why you're complaining. I told you not to date them. It comes with a little bit extra work, man. Like, it's just that simple. Like, usually the best guys to date are guys with securely attaching style. But some of us are hard-headed, and we want to work it out. So that's why this video exists. The next one, and most importantly, is the capacity to self-regulate. As an avoidant, nothing is more burdensome than the burden of knowing that if we don't talk to you or respond back to you, you're gonna go fucking nuts. Like, the worst thing is when a woman puts a burden on us for why she feels the way she feels. Right? Like, that's just that simple. And a guy would prefer to date you if he knows that if this don't work out, you're not gonna need a fucking psychiatric evaluation. Because that's just, we find that to be a burden and we don't want to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So the way that you develop this is like I always talk about, man, meditation. Meditation is how you learn how to self-regulate. In other words, like, avoidant prefer people with high, you can't have too much trust issues because avoidant need the space, and if you've been cheated on and if you've been betrayed, your self-esteem can't handle that. It just can't. You know what I'm saying? So let's summarize this. Avoidant men don't date them. Okay, let's just start with that. Avoid the narcissist, and usually you could tell because they usually open up quicker, right? Avoidant men don't open up that quick. They're attracted to women who are able to self-regulate, who are able to have self-determined space, that They're attracted to competition and loss. They're attracted to other anxious partners, and they're attracted to avoidant partners. And they're attracted to the fuck consequences, okay? And usually, look, man, if you're gonna date an avoidant, you're gonna have to grow as a person because they're a little bit more difficult. It's like having a kid that's like mentally, so, you know, we're a little bit different, you know? But the truth is that the right one, they're very affectionate, but not in the way that you expect it to. And that's the issue, is that you have to realize that they're different than most guys, and they require a little bit more distance. They might forget certain days more than other guys. They might forget things that you find important, but also they'll make up for it with action. That's actually one of the good things about it, is that, yeah, they come with their negatives, but if you're able to keep one, they're actually really good partners. It's just that they're very easily misunderstood. A lot of people think that they're just cold motherfuckers. The problem is that they're just not good with opening up and expressing their emotions like most people do. They express it in a completely different way, you know? And that's why I tell people, like, it's really all about compatibility. You can't force things with everyone. If they're not making you happy, walk away. You can't force them to make you happy. Like, they may not be capable of making you happy, and you want to work it out, and they're like, what the fuck, I can't do it. Like, I'm trying, I can't. And it's like, look, at some point, man, you just have to accept it. They're not meant for you, and you have to walk your ass back, or else you're gonna end up like one of these two girls, man. They're annoying this poor guy, man. Anyways, let me know if this video makes sense. And once again, thank you everyone who purchases my paintings. We have prints, not prints, prints. And we have prints that are like 3 prints for $60. I don't know. Go check out the website, and there you guys have it. The first 20 orders are gonna get a signature by me. I'm gonna sign it, kiss it, and all that shit. And yeah, look, I may even put like a lipstick and kiss it, man. Who knows, man? Like, y'all, you never know, man. You know, y'all might find a kiss in the mail, man. All right. Anyways, take care.